So we have a Dungeons and Dragons style episode with Discord. And it was awesome. Would you agree?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was pretty good. Hey, look, I got the funny lower thirds back. If you could even read them, because web BS. But I just want to say, okay, I get it. I get why they named it Dungeons and Discord, or Dragons and Discord, whatever. But you know what? They totally missed a golden opportunity to like boys' night in, or like guys' night or something like that. Although I guess this is a better name. But hands down, best part of this episode is basketball Discord.
Oh yeah, totally.
Just throwing that out there, because MLP basketball is what we need more of in this world. That's gonna stop ISIS and elect a better president.
There you go. So this episode starts off with Fluttershy packing, and you see her just, again, she's adorable in any situation, but especially here, she's just fluttering around, trying to get everything
Flutter.
Flutter by day, flutter by night. Sorry. It was a very good PMV. If I can remember to put it in the description, I will. But anyway, Discord pops up, and it's like, oh, I see the saddlebags and the sleeping bags and all that. You're going to take us on an exotic vacation. Oh, how thoughtful of you. And Fluttershy is just like, no, Celestia asked us to go on a midnight stay over at Yak Yakistan. And I'm like, good luck with that one. Because you know how well it ended last time.
Yeah, I love how Fluttershy is the
Hi, John.
Thanks for the mail. Yeah.
Ese tu madre?
You know what? Cut. We're just gonna end this now, and no, okay. By the way, everyone should go to sweetwater.com. They got good deals on music gear, and yeah, plug. Hey, they're right. Hey, they're like right next door to you. Indianapolis is close to Wisconsin, right?
It's about a 3-hour drive.
Dude, go say hi to my homie Mike. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I like a Fluttershy. I love how they've continued to kind of develop Fluttershy. Actually, and it's positively building on something they had in Spike at Your Service, where she's not mean, but when she like wants to be like dismissive and stuff, she is like capable of politely telling someone to bend over, because when it comes to situations like this, because oh my god, first off, I keep forgetting Discord lives with her, first off, because they never really bring it up, but then again, a lot of episodes don't really focus on Fluttershy much these days. I guess they figure if they do, they have to factor in Discord, and heaven forbid we have a lack of Discord. But
yeah, but in all honesty, though, you were saying that she politely tells people to bend over. Honestly, I'm thinking, will you kindly go fuck off now, Discord?
Oh my god, so that's funny, and he's just like, take me with you, and she's like, dude, hang out with Spike and Big Mac. And I half expected him to say side characters, when he's like, I'm not going to hang out with sidekicks.
Yeah.
And it's like Discord, we had an episode based around sidekicks, okay? And technically Spike's a sidekick, but he's not a pet.
Yeah. But even better was he changes it into negative space.
Oh yeah.
And he's just like, "Da-dee la, I'm opposite Discord, and I'm sure I'm going to have so much fun with Big Mac and Spike." And then you see Fluttershy come up, and because it's negative, you see her eyes just all white. And it's just like, "Well, guess what, Sassafras? I'm opposite Fluttershy, and I'm done with being kind and quiet all the time." Just like,
It's like,
damn,
didn't you
girl,
already do an
chill.
episode? It's like, didn't you do an episode where she basically said just that, like 4 years, like 4 seasons ago?
But really think about it. She sounded exactly like Pinkie Pie did in Philly Manili, but it actually works here.
Oh, I
Isn't
love,
that sad?
I love that, man. I love that whenever Andrea Libman makes Fluttershy go loud. I love that it's basically Pinkie Pie. She tried to have like a difference between the two for a while, you could tell, but at this point, I feel like she got to a point where she's just like, screw it, and and uh, and basically Mad Fluttershy is just pissed off Pinkie Pie, which is equally hilarious. Because then she goes from quietly telling them to bend over to being to giving pretty violence will bang. Okay.
Yeah. she she goes from she goes from just being the nice, quiet lover to the "I'm the mistress now. Bow to me."
uh, Bow down to the king. Sorry, wrestling. So they're at the train station, and can I just say I was legit nervous because remember the last time Discord was at a train station, he was there
Yeah.
too long at the train station. That episode
Horrid
sucks.
memories. And I've
That
actually been again, like I said, I've been walking back and looking at all our episodes. We really hate that episode.
Yeah, concussion or no concussion, I just was not down with that episode. That was the episode I had the concussion.
Yep.
That wasn't fun either, but it was
Well, hey, at
somehow.
least you were in a wall of death.
Oh yeah, no, I love getting somersaulted on by my like 250-pound Japanese homie while he's going toxic holocaust. Oh, that wasn't what gave me the concussion. This like dude that was 3 feet taller than me, he's doing the mosh pit dance, and all of a sudden his hand just comes back and just like bam, just judo chops top of my head. And my buddy saw me, he's like, "Dude, you all right?" And I'm just like, "I'm gonna sit out the show. I'll be at the bar." I was drinking water, but anyway. So pain stories aside, yeah. So turns out the main six are gonna go to you stick. Why was I gonna say you stick? Yeah, the hell's the name of that place? Yakistan.
Yeah,
Yakistan.
Yakistan.
Yeah, they're gonna go to Mongolia and
Speaking of,
goddamn Mongolian. I love that
speaking
South
of though,
Park.
speaking of, do you have a hoo hot by you?
Do I have a what?
A hoo hot?
No.
Okay, it's a Mongolian grill that basically what you do is all the food is frozen. You take noodles, meat, veggies, and you put in sauces, and then you take it to this large circular grill, and they cook it right up there in front of you. And what's awesome is that if you ever go over there, the chefs are obligated to say "who hot" if you yell out "how hot." So you're just like, "How hot? Who hot?" Just like, yes.
Okay. I don't know what question I should ask more. One, how the hell do you know that? And two, why in the hell do you think I would have that?
Because you're in Cali. Cali has everything.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Come to California, where come to California where we made gangster rap popular, arguably, but we also made hating the police popular. Where we made peace and love popular, but where we also made unexpected pregnancies and drug use popular, and where we have one of the worst state tax in this whole goddamn country.
So you basically just made a huge Californication reference there.
Oh shit, I did. I don't even like the chili peppers. But
Anyway,
you literally live in a place called Pleasantville, okay? Nothing goes
Pleasant
wrong.
Prairie. But yeah.
Oh god, that's even more whimsical. You want to go sing with your animal friends now? Oh no, wait, you live in the snow. Do you want to go? Hey John, you want to build a snowman?
Really, dude?
That movie's been out for 2 years or 3 years. And I just realized I could have made that joke this whole
Actually,
time.
it's gonna be 4 in November
Wait, are you serious? Oh right,
because it came out in 2012 and now it's 2016. Oh my
Da,
god.
da, 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 da,
Oh.
da, da. So anyway, so yeah, MLP. So they're to speed along. So they're at the place. They're going to the thing. And can I just say, all their snow gear was adorable. I mean, it was they got their. I like Applejack. She's like, I got my unattractive but what'd she say, functional boots. And I'm just
Mhm.
like. And I'm just like, the more and more of these, the more as time goes on, I swear Applejack and Rarity are slowly like getting more and more of their qualities, but that's because Rare Jack is canon. And if anyone tries to dispute that, I say fight me.
Well,
And
serious. Well, think about it. You have it where you keep saying the best part of the relationship is where they just keep busting each other's balls around, and I'm just like,
yeah,
they do it now in a more, how should I put it? They do it in a more fun way than they used to. They used to just be full on, I hate you and I'm going to bust your balls because of it. Now it's just like, yeah, I'm just fucking around.
oh no, I love that. I will. I'll be one of those. I'll be one of those nerds that compiles evidence in a YouTube video, and be like, "Look at the progression, man." I'll be like Paradox from CV Universe. It's all about subtext.
Doing under the knife for Rare Jack.
Oh my god, just be like, hey guys, you know this fandom that's more incidental than anything. Let's cut it apart and see what makes it work.
Well, you were going to do a series called Under the Knife, and then YouTube decided to mess with you.
Yeah, I was going to because I have a knife that someone gave me for my birthday. I got weird friends. Did I ever show you the kookery they got me for my birthday?
Mm-mm.
Well, I'll show you that later. The point is, because I don't know where it is, and I'm barefoot. That's probably not a safe idea to be walking around with. So the point is Rare Jack is canon. Fight me if you don't believe so. And they leave. And Discord's at the train station with Big Mac and Spike.
Yeah.
And this is it's tiny, and I shouldn't even bring it up because I feel like an a-hole. But this is kind of why I was like, they should have maybe thought of a different name, because since it's called Dungeons and Discords, I don't care who you are, your first thought was Dungeons and Dragons, especially when it says the synopsis. I mean, they changed the name to Orchids and Orkies or something.
Yeah, something like that.
But it's like, how hilarious of
Goblins and ghouls or something like that.
No, that's Nintendo, bro. But it's
But
like,
that's a good game.
man, it's hard as hell. But it's like, how hilarious would the reveal have been? Where it's like, because we know it's coming, but like, how hilarious would it have been if they're going there and it's kind of like it. Because this episode to me is kind of basically written like that SpongeBob episode where Mr. Krabs hangs out with SpongeBob and Patrick, and I thought and that was basically they were playing like Monopoly or something. But it's like, how hilarious would it have been when they're hyping up they're going to do this stuff, and then they essentially are playing Dungeons and Dragons. I just thought that would have been hilarious.
But really think about it. Like, I almost wonder, now I know it's only canon in the comics, but why didn't they invite Shining Armor over? He'd be a total nerd for that kind of stuff. It literally shows him playing that same game in high school.
I don't know.
Would have
Do you?
loved it.
Well, I don't know. Let's compare credentials. He's captain of the guards and married a princess, but he didn't save the Crystal Empire twice. And in Big Mac's case, he doesn't single-handedly run apparently the most important economic conglomerate in all of Equestria. I mean, I know Applejack like does a lot of the work, but as is shown, they need Big Mac to make that work. And
Mm.
considering the Apple family is, I don't know why they were trying to do that separation of the classes thing with the apples and oranges. The apple, I mean, I know the apples seem way more into Equestria's overall economy than the oranges. Maybe there was a corporate buyout and maybe someone married into the family. The point is,
Maybe that's why Mr. and Mrs. Orange are so rich.
I've been waiting for this because they did that episode with Pinkie Pie and Applejack being almost cousins. I haven't told you this. I've been so hoping for an episode where it turns out by blood or by proxy or whatever. I would love it if Diamond Tiara ended up somehow being related to Apple Bloom, because then that would make sense, like, about the families. But now that Diamond Tiara made a face turn, I guess that would have less impact now.
Is it sad that the first thing I thought of when you mentioned that is shipping?
Oh my god. Wait, you mean that's the same logic they use with Babs season? They're actually related.
Anyway,
Sorry. So Discord's standing there, and
he's reading. He's like, "Don't come any closer. Don't come any closer."
oh, that's hilarious because I've been in that socially awkward position before, where it's like you don't want someone to talk to you, but you're not leaving either. So you do kind of want it. So I love that. Big Mac and Spike whispers to Big Mac, and you can't really understand what Spike says, but you just hear Big Mac quietly go, "Yup." It's just like, I was hoping Big Mac would talk more. That's part of the reason I was psyched for the episode. But I guess it really was more about Spike and Discord with Big Mac on the co-defense. So they're like, "Hey Discord, you want to chill, bro?" And he's like, "Ooh, what are we gonna watch? Amazon, Crunchyroll?" And Spike's like, "Dude, we got Netflix."
Yeah,
And Discord's like,
Netflix and chill, man.
and Discord's like Netflix, that doesn't have nearly as good of an anime episode selection. How am I gonna go to Bakano to Azumanga Daioh?
Well,
And then
think about it. Everyone's going on about how, they spent 500 plus episodes trying to find One Piece when you could just get a 2-piece for $3.99 at KFC.
oh my god.
But one thing I want to mention, with the whole whispering
Spike's just like, "Do you even Gynax, bro?"
We're all about in login, bro.
We're all about that Neon Genesis Evangelion. Do you understand it? Good. No one's supposed to.
Oh, anyway, but the thing with the whispering is I wish they could have kept it to how it was from late season 1, because if you remember back in A Bird in the Hoof, and I'll probably mention this when we get to that actual review, but when Rainbow Dash goes up to Philomena and whispers in her ear, you literally can hear her going, "Hey, you know what you should do? You should go over there and tickle him." Like, you can actually hear her whispering that.
Actually, that small step is representing the show's subtle drop in quality over the years. Oh my god. But so hashtag Tommy Oliver, please come back. Not. So they actually, he was okay. It was Digibro I had the problem with. But so Discord, and here's what's hilarious about Discord. This is one of those cases where I'm thinking to myself, how old are you, Discord? Because I know John Delancey ain't that old. His idea of a good time is jazz music. It's set in like cliche 1940s Hollywood bar, total cigarettes type. He straight up says jazz and zoot suits. I'm like, hold on. First off, you need to be Mexican to wear a zoot suit, and second, because they got the broad shoulders. I mean, Mexicans, we kind of have broad shoulders, but they had like zoot suits kind of invented shoulder pads that you see in like business attire. But then he's like jazz, and then it was cool, but then I'm just like, okay, Discord, what you're throwing so much at me, it's like, it's honestly, if I'm being honest, the Dungeons and Dragons thing seems kind of second compared to Discord's idea of a good time and Discord and Spike arguing.
Yeah, but one thing I have to say, you were talking about how only Mexicans can wear it because of the broad shoulders. How do you explain everyone in DBZ having those kind of shoulder blades?
Well, to be fair, I didn't say yeah. Well, I should have been more clear. It's not that you have to be Mexican. It's just that. It's just that. Did you ever hear about the Zoot Suit riots? Yeah, that was us. So
But
so
you know, you
and
were
Mexican gangs and stuff. That's what they wore.
okay. You were talking about how he wanted to have, jazz music and whatever. And I'm thinking in less than 4 years, we're gonna be back in the 20s. I recommend we bring back swing music and jazzy suits because
In
that would be
this
awesome.
in this day and age, are you kidding? Tumblr would be all over that. Would be all over that, saying how this generation's doing poor rehashes, and then probably I don't know. They'll find a way to put racism in there somewhere.
The sad part is Tumblr actually makes a lot more traction than 4chan these days because you almost never hear about 4chan anymore. It's all about Tumblr and the triggered stuff.
Yeah, yeah, that's for damn sure. So Spike gets the game out, and here's the thing. I'm
But
one of the
even before this, he's like, our game night is going to be at Twilight's Castle at sundown, and and
oh
Spike and
god, I
Big Mac are
forgot.
looking, uh, Spike and Big Mac are looking out, and it's like it's sundown. Boys' night out. Oh yeah, boys' night out. Oh, yeah. I'm
Yup.
just like, seriously, you really have to do that? But then again, it's at least more tolerable than Sunshine Sunshine.
Oh my god, I don't want to be one of those. I've never been one of those people where it's just like, oh, I'm a fan of something that means I own it. But I gotta tell you, I'm actually kind of glad that they cut out the sunshine bit because you could see it. They were trying to make it an every time they see each other thing. But I think they probably got annoyed writing it too, so they were just like, oh, okay, four times is enough.
And the third time, it's literally them coming back together and doing it. But you see the camera pan out as they're doing. It's just like
Yeah,
even the cameraman's bored.
yeah, the Pro Tools cameraman. So they're like, so Spike's like, dude, the night is totes on, man. And Big Mac's just like, I concur, good sir. Bi- bi- Freaking Discord. So the dude rolls out a red carpet and has Discord was all over this episode with the tiny Discord gag, and it was great. So they do it with Fluttershy when he's like trying to stow away in her bag. This time he like rolls out this red carpet and Tiny Discord's like, "What's up, guys? Discord's here." So
What I
so
love
they
though,
have this.
what I love though is like it's almost a Shrek 2 reference because you see the red carpet and you see all the trumpeters or whatever, and and then you have the little Discord running up, and it's that weird sound that a Foley artist would do for like radio productions, the weird shifting of feet on the floor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's like announcing Discord.
And it's just like, oh, okay, whatever. But then the son of a gun comes out with Discord has a basketball card, and and you got the spotlights and the music going off, and then he hops out of it. And I may be wrong. Didn't the dude? I mean, he dribbles for a bit, but doesn't the dude do a dunk?
I think so. I
So
think he does a dunk right over Big Mac or something.
literally when I saw that, my first exact thought was what I put for my thumbnail, where I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Dude, MLB NBA Jam 2K16." I was just like, "Have Discord as an unlockable character, or put him in Smash because that is magic."
Oh, but he wouldn't be available for tournaments because he'd be too OP.
Here's the thing: if they're gonna ban Kirby but not Sonic, I'm pretty sure they'll allow Discord.
They actually banned Meta Knight, actually. But
Yeah,
yes, I do
yeah.
see
Well,
what
you
you
know
mean.
what? You know what? Because it's easy to be cheap with Meta Knight, but what they never realized was it's hard to be good with Meta. I know I was not a Meta Knight main, but it takes some skill. Now Luigi though, Luigi's my boy. So after Discord slams and then proceeds to welcome them to the jam, they decide to start the game. And Discord's like, "What are we gonna do, guys?" And Spike's like, "Dude, get ready, cause here we go." And he busts out the board game. I don't care what they call it. I'm gonna call it what it is. He busts out GDMF Dungeons and Dragons. And when Spike GDMF busts out D&D, you see Discord's like, "What? Are you serious? You GD nerds?" And Spike's just like, "Dude, it's a role playing magical RPG conclave quest." And he's like, "That sounds stupid." And I love it. I was gonna say earlier, I'm one of the few people that have actually never played Dungeons and Dragons, which I guess would be shocking because I guess I have the appearance of a D&D player, but it's like that was just one of the things that I never got into. I see people play, but when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, I'm like Ride from MGS2. Everyone's talking about how they know about the Patriots, and I'm just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Honestly, though, like I've seen it where it's like, what is it like? There's a game out there called Munchkin, which is very similar to that, and I don't know why my webcam's messing up on me. But anyway, it goes on with there is one D&D game that I played that was great, and it was a tabletop um one, but it wasn't like pen and paper. It was called Lords of Waterdeep. And basically what it was where you got quest cards and you had to collect resources to get the quest card to complete the quest cards to move around the board. But you also had a Lord of Waterdeep that you use to get extra points at the end of the game. And my lord at one of them is build as many towers as you can. So I had like 6 towers at the end of the game, and I got like 30 points out of that. So it's a ton of fun, and I haven't met anyone else that really has played it.
And I swear to God, every brony and their slightly disappointed mother that I know was going on about how this episode meant so much to me because I've got good D&D memories, and it's just like really it's like did seriously it's like did all of you actually play Dungeons and Dragons for more than like a few games? Because and again, I am not about to be like it wasn't even good because I never played it,
Mm.
but it's just like it's kind of what's a good example? Well, there was another episode that came out about the show that dealt with something that was close and dear to like nerds' hearts or whatever. I think it might have been the comic book episode but it was different because before Power Ponies came out, everyone was like, "Dude, I love comic books," but then the episode came out and they were just like, "So how about Man of Steel?"
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But no, so I love that and I know enough about D&D to know that they literally did everything right. They had him name his character, and he's like, "I've got the best name ever," and it's just that whole exchange is just hilarious because I mean, I know Discord is Discord, so I guess he's not a good XP for a human, but it's hilarious because as someone that's tried to get people he knows in on the nerdy things he likes, it's like Discord's reaction is so just accurate to how a lot of people are when it comes to bringing them into your nerdy circle, and that was hilarious. Granted, none of my friends ever turned the game into a real thing and tried to kill me with the Squizzard. And by the way, the Squizzard is the best villain the show has ever put out. He needs to have a starring role in the movie where he comes to life, or they need to put him in Smash, either or.
Honestly, I think they were trying to reference Cthulhu. Just saying.
My first thought was just like more like Squidward.
Quit word.
Oh my god. So
No, but I want to ask you something because
yeah.
it is this kind of episode. What the hell is up with all the Christian fundamentalists going against D&D, acting like it's going to like satanic or something?
I could answer
Because
you that.
it's literally you read from a book And if you roll a dice to dictating what the book tells you, then you either progress or you don't.
You see, I could answer that question, but let me pose another question. Why do most of those same people protest something like Harry Potter, or my crazy sister's case wouldn't let my nephew watch Scooby Doo as a kid?
Really?
Yeah, because of the. I actually told her, I'm like, sister, they're just guys in masks. Unfortunately, she bought that, but then my nephew decided to watch Scooby Doo on Zombie Island, where the monsters were actually real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that freaked her out. But oh, that movie was so good. Why didn't they keep making dark, edgy Scooby Doo? It worked. Well, they had that with Mystery Incorporated, but then they were like, "Oh, we're Cartoon Network. We can't have deep storytelling unless it's Steven Universe or Adventure Time, and those are mostly subtext." Bastards. But the point I'm trying to make is that if Tumblr has taught, and coming from a Christian family that didn't have sticks up their butts, it's just easy and superficial for people to find either demonic or phobic things in anything, whether or not it's actually there. Trust me. This is the Disney guy. This is the Disney fan that tries to convince people that that the red men from Peter Pan and the crows from Dumbo aren't actually that racist.
Wow.
Let me tell you, uphill battle, man.
So they start playing it, and Discord is just like Spike's explaining the rules of the game, and Discord's getting more and more just not wanting to hear any of it. It's just like, go ahead, I'm listening. And by the end, he's literally sleeping in a bed. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Oh.
And after all that, he's just like, well, I guess that was fun. Ta-ta, I'm going to have my own party. And Spike's just like, you know what? You don't have to be here if you don't want to. And Discord takes that as a sign to take them to like a casino and a I almost want to say he almost took him to a strip club, but then again.
No, dude, didn't you see the decor? That's an old school gentleman's club. I'm surprised there wasn't a pony selling what would be cigarettes equivalent in this world? Oh, it's like donuts, apple cider, or something.
Yeah, something like that. Um but anyway, Spike's just like, enough, stop with this. We don't want to do this. We just don't want to enjoy our game. And I'm thinking, number one, Spike, you do realize you don't have to do that game every time. You do realize you can branch out.
Yeah,
but two, I totally see where you're going.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is one of those cases where the show has a argument that's clearly one side, but unlike Bats, they don't make Party look necessarily too good or bad. Yeah, they vilify Discord a bit more, but that's easy because he's Discord and he's still learning friendship. In Spike's case, I can relate to that feeling of it's like it's not that you don't want to do different things necessarily. But at the same time, it's just like sometimes you just want to do that one thing that you had your mind to. And in the episode's defense, Discord, Big Mac and Spike did give Discord the option to leave with kind of like with a no harm, no foul type of thing. So it's like there were options. The unfortunate thing is that Discord, apparently has Rainbow Dash's deductive powers when it comes to misreading things. So he takes him to the gentleman's club, and then he's like, dude, Discord, we want to do our shit. And Discord's like, oh, okay, you want to be like that? Well, let's go. Well, all right, pilgrims, we're going to war. So he takes him back and makes the board game a living thing. And can I just say, this is where the animation aesthetics of the episode really shine, because it still looks like a board for a board game. Everything's cards. When the arrows fly, they're like on strings and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm looking at that and I'm just like, man, that is the visual praise this show gets. That is good.
And they have huge 20-sided die on there. Spike looks like he's doing his own cosplay of Starscroll the Bearded, and Big Mac literally looks like the main the generic costume for the guy in Skyrim, Dovahkiin.
Oh my god, that's
I'm
Foos.
surprised. I'm
Foos. Ro. Yep.
first row. Yep. No, but honestly, I'm surprised they didn't do that because he looks so cool in that. And I love how he wants to be a unicorn. You know what I mean? That's just funny.
I'm just remembering the best goddamn thing about Skyrim is that Macho Man Randy Savage mod.
Oh yeah, where all the dragons are going snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah, I tell you what, man. There's some pretty good mods for Skyrim. Some that are well known, some that aren't. But Macho Dragon and Thomas the Tank Engine are the best things. Are the best goddamn things about that freaking game. So after literally almost killing them, Spike is like, I was actually surprised. I was surprised with Spike and pleasantly surprised by Kathy Westluck because Spike sounds and Kathy Westluck makes Spike sound like legitimately angry, you know. And he's like actually really trying to like. It's nice to see Spike take charge and a small shoot that Discord did on Spike, where Spike's like, you know, I'm a well respected musician and whatever, everyone treats you with respect. Discord's like, much like in real life.
Yeah, but really think about this. Right before they come back into the real world, you literally see them get Spike and Big Mac get like thrown back into a cave, and they look like they took some good knocks there, and they sound like they're in pain. And it's just like, Discord, that actually hurt. It's like, well, it's real. It's supposed to. I'm just like, okay, Discord, there's a difference between realism and realism that people don't want. AKA, you don't want to feel pain if you're playing something that's virtually real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like if the Oculus Rift could punch you in the stomach.
Pretty much.
So I'm surprised John Carmack hasn't been on that yet. So they so Spike's like, you know what? And I tell you what, Discord learns everyone kind of learns friendship lessons the hard way these days. But man, Discord gets it the hard shaft, dude. Spike's just like, you know what? We felt bad for you, and I love this kind of made me be like, wait a minute, are you completely serious? Because Discord thinks he's better than Big Mac and Spike, and whether that's true is up to fan subjugation. But Discord's like, wait, you felt bad for me? Preposterous. I should be feeling bad for you or stuff like that. And he gets all sad and offended and leaves and guilt trips them. And it's like I'm thinking to myself, okay, one, at what point did you like hanging out with them? Maybe he liked hanging out with them. He just didn't like playing the game, but whatever. That happens. And then he actually makes it sound like he likes the game. And it's like, hold on. It's like, you see this phone? Hold it, because it's like, at what point did you start enjoying the game? I mean, it's not the biggest plot hole that's been in episodes of the show. It's just kind of like, I'm just like, where's the motivation, man? But I appreciate that they actually tried to give it time and not just have Spike immediately be like, hey, Discord, come back, because they only had like 3 minutes left in the episode. So they try to play the game again, but Spike's like, whatever, let's give him another chance. And Discord's like, yeah, bro, let's do it. And so we flash forward to the next morning where the main six are coming back, and can I just say, this looks freaking awesome. I played laser tag. That doesn't look that fun. They they're fighting the evil Squizzard and his like undead and his like undead bone what's that song? Spooky Scary Skella Army.
Spooky,
And
scary skeletons crawling up the spine.
so they and I like how Twilight tries to be the one, which is stupid. I hate it when they try to have. I hate it when they have Twilight react negatively to nerd things. I know there's different types of nerd, but I'm one of those people where it's just like there's that underlying respect with nerds. But then again, I realize that that's also bullcrap because this fandom can't even stay stable. But the point is, she's just like, I'm just gonna close the door and leave. And I was just like, oh, really? Is that how you're gonna? But then Pinkie Pie and Dash are like, dude, that looks rad. So then they become a thief and apparently jester class, which I'm thinking to myself, oh, or maybe they're trying to say Pinkie Pie is Kefka. The point is I'm just saying the early Final Fantasy games would probably be improved if you had a jester class. Like I'm just saying, can you imagine having a grenade-like function where you pull a watermelon out of nowhere, smash it with a hammer, just be like, and then it'd be funny if you could like name your character Carrot Top.
Yeah, but really think about it, like when Dash flips over and she has that like that veil over her snout and everything, I'm thinking I've seen that picture before, and it's a picture where Dash looks like frickin' Robin Hood or a mage or I should say like an arrow marksman or something like that, where it's literally looking like that, but she has an extra cloak on that's more flowing, and she has rainbow colored arrows.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's clever. So the episode ends with them giving a huzzah to Nerdum, and then they go mark out about DC Rebirth, and they talk about how Steve Rogers said "Hail Hydra." So that was Dungeons and Discord, and you know what? I gotta say, this episode was pretty enjoyable. Solid 4 out of 10. I'm kidding. 4 out of 10.
Wow.
It's like, are you serious, bro? But no, the comedy was funny. I really liked how Spike was in this episode because it showed that his character and Kathy Westlock's acting ability had layers to him, to where it's like, oh, he can be fun and silly, but he can't actually be what's the word? Just he can take stuff seriously, which you always knew, but it was nice that he was trying to like make Discord behave because he was I like seeing the range on him. So and it's been a while since I've had to do this, but so with that out of the way, I would give this episode, oh, that's so cool, solid 8.5.
Okay. I give this an 8. It was a good. You missed doing that, didn't you?
Oh, dude. I hate that I've become a producer now and I have to take my computer from home because this is way too much for me.
Yeah. But yeah, I give this an 8 simply for the fact that, it's a good episode. I didn't notice a ton of plot holes. But there were some points that it kind of felt like it just was moving a bit too slowly for me. And I don't know if you saw that at all.
No, I didn't touch on that much, but you know what? Yeah, I could honestly see that. It's like, and this isn't because I was just, begging for the Dungeons and Dragons stuff, but it focused a lot, I feel, on like character interaction, and it was like, and I normally dig that, but but there wasn't much bonding or building. It was kind of just them Spike talking and Discord playing off that, which normally would be fine, but the two of them don't have much chemistry yet. So I wouldn't say it was boring, but I do agree it was slow at points.
Yep. So yeah, that's a review of Dungeons and Discord. Well, technically tomorrow is the hoofball one.
Football. Yeah, dude. So
Have you seen that one Tumblr post where it's this guy with I think it's like Peyton Manning or something with like a slightly folded newspaper, and it looks like the dude has a really huge mouth with a small face, and it's like, you wait for some football? And this guy has a mod in Madden where he's the tiny character, and he's just like very petite, tiny voice, football.
oh my god, that's funny. So hopefully the Ponytown Mariners can beat the Canterlot Colters. I couldn't come up with the Raiders and Packers thing.
Which, speaking of, I was happy that that the main six were rooting for the Colts during the Super Bowl last year.
Oh yeah, because I totally want a superior show to root for an inferior team. That's coming from the Raiders fan.
At least they're not the New York Giants.
At least they're not the Bears.
At least they're not the Dallas freaking Cowboys. Did you see? There was a picture I posted on Facebook that was what was it? It was this year's hottest selling toy, and it's Tony Romo with an arm sling and a cast on his leg.
Poor
Just
Romo. That dude just can't catch a break.
Though is he was actually a Wisconsin native. My friend Frank actually faced him when he was at Tremper and when Tony Romo was going for Burlington. And yeah.
No
one cares.
No, I was gonna play this when you're talking about that Romo action figure.
Yeah.
Okay, so before I use all the sound effects on the board, I guess we better go.
Yep. So that's it from me, John.
And from me, Snake the Sound Guy Skin. It's from me, Snake Skin.
And we'll talk to you guys later. Peace out, Dragon.
Bring back Hubert.